Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything in your world is fantastic. Everything here is great. Except for the camera. I don't like this white balance. Strange. I tried to adjust white balance to make it a little less... I don't know, maybe I like it. I'll have to see it on the computer monitor. The key light here that's in my eyes, and these two lights, my hair light and my fill light, are all daylight balanced, and then this back here is tungsten. And so I was using manual white balance exposure, which I think kind of keyed mostly off of this, so it brought this to what the camera thought was white. And so now I'm a little more orange than I should be. But maybe, I don't know, I can't tell on this little tiny monitor. Maybe I am naturally colored, and then the rest of this is the kind of yellowish color that I was kind of hoping for. I was kind of hoping to warm that area up and whatever. Still messing with the cinematography of this channel. Again, part of the do less better is trying to do this show better. We're gonna, you know, I'm gonna. Hopefully, you saw the effect that I did the other day, where I layered in just a, you know, I've always, not always, but often I have used little like pop-up text when I screw something up or I say something wrong or whatever. So the other day I taught myself how to do motion tracking. If you go back to, maybe it was Monday's video. Yeah, it was Monday because I had opened Mario Odyssey. I did a little motion tracked blur by my head up here because my hair was goofy looking. And it was actually, after I learned it, it took me all night to get everything installed because I never had After Effects installed, and then I installed After Effects, which was newer than my version of Premiere, so I had to update Premiere. After I got all that stuff working, the actual process of tracking that text to my head was dead simple. Like a 3-second video taught me how to do it. Like, oh yeah, click, 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 done. And now I have text that does that. So I did that thing. Messing with the lighting. I did that prior to last week, trying to get this, to get a little more of a put together feel instead of just me sitting in front of a camera with a spotlight and a microphone every day. And so today I'm going to continue on talking about this prop that I'm building. And I did some more 3D printing yesterday. So I showed you this piece, and it turned out really, really nice. And I got the little inserts printed for it last night. Now these two were the first two that I printed, and they were really, really super tight. In fact, this one still doesn't fit. I'm afraid if I jam it in there and I go to pull it back out, I might break it along these layer lines. Luckily, this piece I left open, which will be closed in the final version, but I left it open just because I was modeling this real quick. And so these don't fit. And what I did was, this opening I think is exactly 20 millimeters, and I made these pieces 19.5 millimeters, and I think that ½ millimeter just isn't enough tolerance because of the build lines and such, and there's slight imperfections in the roundness of this piece. I couldn't get these guys in. So I have printed, I think I printed this one at 18.5 or maybe just 19. I think it's just 19. So this is a full millimeter smaller than these holes, and this fit, oh, so good. That's exactly what I want. There's a particular sequence where I need that to happen. And it'll do that. And just a little bit of sanding will really make this thing look smooth and nice. This, again, is not the final model. These are all just mock-ups. Like, this has got a lot of detail on it because I basically wanted to see that detail and make sure that it was what fit my vision. And it does. It's really close. But there's going to be more detail on this piece. There's probably going to be some more details on this piece. This is going to have to kind of open up because I'm going to do some electronics in here. that sort of stuff. So really this is all just testing to see if I like the scale of it, if I like the fit of everything, and if I can make it mechanically function. So this piece was more or less modeled very generically. This is nowhere near the final shape, I don't think, that this thing will be. I just wanted a physical piece that I could mate this to and check size, like actually holding this in my hand, seeing if I like the feeling of it. And then these end caps, these will allow this piece to hinge. So end caps will go on here and here, and then in this main piece there is a 2mm hole through here that goes actually printed beautifully, that I'm just going to put a piece of coat hanger through, and that should help hinge this. So I printed these guys. Also, again, these are not final shapes. This is all just test. I'm just testing. Got quite a few defects in these pieces. Don't care. They're literally just tests, so that I can put them on here, see if this all works together. If it does, then I can take the basic geometry. This part and this part will stay the same regardless of what the rest of this does. You know, the slope of this, if this is the same, will stay. You know, so organically these shapes are pretty close internally, so that this device, once it's together, can function as it should. This is functional. These internal dimensions will stay. I just modeled the rest of this and then finalize it. And what I intended to do today was to glue these bad boys on here, put this all together, and show it working. I forgot that I don't have any super glue. I took my super glue to fix Jamie's glasses at my mother-in-law's house, and I left it there, so I have no super glue to put these things on and actually test this thing tonight and show it to you. So we'll have to do that at a later time. But I'm happy. And I think from this point forward, now that I have these main pieces printed and I put this all together, I think I'm going to model the rest of this probably in wood, just because it's way faster than that thing to try to print off, you know, especially if I'm just doing hard edges. Stay together, didn't break. Yeah, here's to that. Especially if I'm just going to do hard edges like these, I can cut that out of wood way faster than that printer can print it, and it's faster than me modeling it, just for scale purposes. Once I have scale, then I can put those measurements into my modeling software and actually work on making this thing look like a functional device. And lots of this stuff needs updated. So that's where I'm at. It's been fun. It's been a fun project, and I'm looking forward to continuing it and much more. Again, this all falls in line with just making things better. Particularly this channel. I want to make this channel better. I want to, like, I got money. This is my traditional Christmas tin. This is the Christmas tin that I used last year to save up for my Nintendo Switch. All my birthday money and Christmas money went in there. And now, it's the table saw fund. So I have about a third of the table saw cash saved up. Getting close. Comparatively closer. Not really closer. Getting there. I have some cash saved up for a table saw. If you're interested in helping me purchase a table saw, there's a link to my PayPal in the description. Just saying. No pressure. Love you guys. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends. I will see you tomorrow.
Hey Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. What year were sunglasses invented? Inexpensive, mass-produced sunglasses were introduced to America by Sam Foster in 1929. Foster found a ready market on the beaches of Atlantic City, New Jersey, where he began selling sunglasses under the name Foster Grant from a Woolworth on the boardwalk. I wonder where Grant came from.